Okay, so hello from our motorbike trip in Vietnam. And what does that have to do with language learning? You're asking probably. Well, um, so I'm riding around and I'm going through this village today, and there's a lot of tourists and a lot of people that um, they don't know anything about this country, and they compare everything to how it is back home, and they don't um, they don't use the chopsticks, or they want they complain, oh, where's the ketchup? It's not there. Or like, how am I supposed to eat this? Like, it's not cut properly, or it's cut too much, or whatever. It's not like the way it is back home, right? And my Vietnamese is not good, but still the things I'm learning, they are through they make such a difference, because then people don't see me as a tourist anymore, and I can see it when you address them in the correct form. You say you don't say excuse me, but you say, like, let's say you're talking to an older woman, you say chị ơi, and chị ơi một nước dứa, like one pineapple juice, cho Julius. Um, so it's all like little bits and fragments, and it's not much, but it is doing a huge thing, because it just creates a bridge between you and this person from this other country, and you're not just this stupid tourist anymore. You probably, like, I still am, and in a lot of ways, I carry this obnoxious um attitude of, like, oh yeah, like, we know how everything works, right? Like, and like, subconsciously, you know the, it's just there, right? It's less and less and less, but it's still there. Like, you try to, I don't know, you patronize people just by, I don't know. Yeah, it's terrible. It's we think we know everything, but we don't know anything. And we try, like, we just go out and we perform, and everything is a performance. Like, what actions do we genuinely do because we want to do them? And what actions do we do because, oh, we want to get a result, we want some recognition from somebody else? Or yeah, I think, man, I can speak for myself, but certainly a lot of what I do, like, I'm just realizing this, that it's all been a performance, it's all been an act. It's all like, oh, if I do this, then they will like me, right? um and how to get rid of this, that's super difficult. And I think it's something um, modern society certainly doesn't make easier, like media and just the culture that, I guess, big oil companies, um, that's the system they've created with their restructuring of education and restructuring of medical system. And um, that's a whole nother rabbit hole that I don't want to get into now. But it's true. Um, yeah, it's not real. We've been lied to. Um, but anyways, so back to language learning. I kind of lost this thread here for a little bit, but yeah. So language learning, languages connect us, and if, like, we don't want to live our life behind a computer screen, slaving away at some imaginary goal that we want to hit, and if we hit it or not hit it, it doesn't make a difference. Like, come on, that, like, you buy something and it's going to make you happy for a little bit, but then it's gone, and you continue with the search. So um yeah, I mean, the yeah, something that connects us are moments, and growth, and actually having less things, like, yeah, like, we are here together, me and my friend. We have nothing really. We just have a backpack and just some clothes and um, obviously the bikes, right? But yeah, and still that is too much. I think we must have way less, um, and then we can learn who we are, and we can connect with people, and we can stop doing things out of a performance reason, and we do them for because we genuinely believe them, and they just come from our heart, and uh, yeah, we do them for that reason, and we genuinely try to be good and useful and humble, um, and it's so hard. It's so hard to write a story that connects to people because obviously you want something from it. You write the story to promote your business or something like that. Even this video, like I try to keep it real and I try to just share what I think because like or share what I feel because as soon as I start thinking, I overthink and then it's becoming this, oh, how do I make the perfect video for my business? Um, like of course I want views and people to like it and to comment and I want um yeah, of course I want that. I want to be the rock star that's sitting on the stage or standing on the stage and all the girls are screaming my name, right? That's what we want for some weird reason, because look at the rock stars, they're not happy about it either. Most of them, like, you know they die very young, so why do we want it? um Yeah, anyways, okay, so total tangent. Back to language learning. Um, the thing that I actually wanted to share is that it's not hard to learn a little bit. And once you know a little bit, you can learn a little bit more. Um, so yeah, that has been, I guess, easier for me with Spanish than Vietnamese, but no, it certainly works and it does a lot. And one thing that I do want to share what works is that it's the repetition of it. So don't go out and uh, just try to force stuff in your brain. Enjoy it. Like whether you go out in a country and you speak to the people and you mess up and then they correct you and then you learn through that. Like you have to, like for me, like I have to make it wrong, like, you know, 4 times, 5 times, and then I learn. Then I really learn, and then I don't forget anymore. But like if you give me a book or something and say, "Oh, just memorize all this information," I can't, right? And yeah, so you can do that with Neurolingo. What we try is we try to mimic the situation of doing it again and again and again, like this kind of failure. We try to make it fun to fail so that it's not like that you don't feel bad, but anyways, we try to make it fun to kind of you have an exercise and you have to express yourself in this language, and then you do it and then it's like, oh, you just like in Vietnamese, for example, mother is almost the same, like it's the same letters as horse. It's just pronounced differently. So like imagine if you say, oh, I really like your mother, right? To, to and then I really like yours because it's really literally ma is mother and then horse is ma, I think ma. Yeah. Um so yeah. God, I'm crazy ADHD today. What is going on with my brain? Uh yeah, no. So my point is um just make it a habit to fail and to slow down. I think that's useful. Slow down and let yourself fail on one word. And then, you make it wrong 4 times and then all of a sudden you got it right. and slow down and stop this urgency of, oh, we need to figure out everything today. No. Um, I think the urgency may be the problem, that we think we need to figure out everything today. That is the problem, not that we're making mistakes on the way. And we think the mistakes are the problem and they slow us down. No, I think the mistakes are, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go out and make mistakes, and then we learn from that and we grow from that. And that's the that's the learning. That's what we can do. That's something useful and something meaningful. Um, Nobody cares in what time and in what uh, yeah, what grade, or if you did it better than anybody else, or nobody cares about that. But I think it's the learning is the important part, the learning about yourself. Because so many people think that, oh no, we can't do that. We can't learn a language. We've tried. And like, what if you try it again and you succeed? Like, what else does that mean for your life, right? If you always thought, oh no, I can't do mathematics. Like, for example, me, uh, my mother is very bad in mathematics. She hates it. And then, I had a little bit of bad luck with teachers, and, where they said, oh no, well, your solutions are right, but you used the wrong method, so you fail. So like, so I was pretty pissed and said, no, mathematics, I'm not doing that anymore. But now I discover, wow, it's so fascinating. Like, we can model the whole world as a vector space, and it's just like, vector spaces are seriously a fascinating topic. It can be, you can encompass so much more detail than you can just do it, than you can when you do it normally or heuristically. Um, and yeah, well, I'm not gonna get into that because I'm already going everywhere. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's maybe that's a useful dialogue. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody, even though I'm not, or well, I'm speaking to anybody who's watching this. I don't know if anybody's watching this because the last video got maybe, uh, well, not many views. I think 30 something. So, well, if you're 31, then nice to meet you. Anyways, um, yeah, I think we're gonna head off to bed now. Ride to Da Nang, well, towards Da Nang tomorrow. Um, yeah.